I'm not here to play games. If you're either guilty or you're not guilty, but we don't plead people guilty when they're not guilty. I'm not a game that we play.
I don't like
You're
this
either
conversation.
guilty
We're walking
or you're
away,
not guilty.
and we're gonna
But
have
we
a
don't
later
plead
court
people
date.
guilty
You go
when
over
they're not
here.
guilty. So that's not a game that we play.
Right out of the gate, the judge isn't sugarcoating anything. You're either guilty or you're not. No middle ground, no wiggle room. That tone. It's a big red flag for how this hearing is about to go.
Is offered a plea his own attorney walks out. Judge Fleischer makes it crystal clear, but instead of taking responsibility, he talks himself into a corner. You're either guilty or not. Walks out. And Judge Fleischer understand what that means. You're not ready to plead. The courtroom isn't a place for confusion. This is what happens when things fall apart in real time. You're either guilty or not. Let's get to court. If you don't understand what that means, you're not ready to plead. This is what happens when things fall apart in real time. All right then, let's get to court.
And or a $2,000 fine. And on the DWI, you guys facing up to 6 months in jail. And or $2,000
13 months deferred on the assault.
What have you guys worked out? Okay.
Time served on the DWI.
Is this how you understand this agreement?
On the assault condition.
You have two agreements on both of your cases. On the DWI, is this how you understand this agreement? 3 days in jail, credit for the 5 years. You have two agreements on both of your cases. But you need to understand that charge will go on your record. It's going to be 3 days in jail, credit for the 5 years. Now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days. But you need to understand that charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you are facing a minimum of 30 days. Anytime you get pulled over, so this time served, your record, they're going to see the minimum. What do you think they're going to do if you smell like alcohol or dope? Anytime you get pulled over, an officer's going to look. I would never record. Even if you had a sip of alcohol, what do you think they're going to do if you smell like alcohol or dope? Into a car, because it is a humongous risk. I would never. Even as far as the assault of a family member is concerned, into a car, because it is an agreement, they're offering you a 13-month deferred. As far as the assault of a family member is concerned, you do not end up with a conviction on your record. You must deferred. Understand though that this comes with an affirmative finding family violence. You do not end up with a conviction on your record. One of these cases, even understand though that this comes with an affirmative finding family violence, meaning that if you ever pick up another one of these cases.
Quick legal note here. False positives aren't just an inconvenience. In probation or custody cases, one bad test can mean jail time, losing your kids, or both. And here's the kicker. Proving the test is wrong isn't always quick or cheap. Have you ever heard of a prescription landing someone in this kind of trouble?
Firearm or ammunition as a result of this is a very agreement as well. Term, so you need to understand. If you don't understand what a firearm is or what a weapon is. Firearm, you need to talk to a lawyer because that's one of the conditions. So you need to understand. You understand. If you don't understand what a firearm is or what a weapon is, cases, you need to talk to a lawyer. There are a lot of collateral consequences. Do you understand? It can impact you in ways that you never. There are a lot of collateral consequences, as you now see. You need to strive. It can impact you in ways that you never ever see. And when you pick up multiple successive cases, you need to strive to never pick up any kind of case. You're ending up with these. And when you pick up multiple successive cases, it kills you. Anytime you come into contact with an officer and they look at your record with both of you think that you'll get the benefit of the doubt. Anytime you come into a contact with an officer and they look at your records, be careful. You think that you'll get the benefit of the doubt. Part of the agreement on the deferred, you need to also understand you give up nearly every right known to man by entering this agreement. Part of the agreement on the deferred, you need to also understand you give up nearly every right known to man by entering this agreement. Now you're looking at an entire to live up to the terms that you authorized to put you in custody. We will issue a warrant for your arrest, put you in jail. And for you to complete this successfully, you have to be authorized to put you in custody prevention program, what's called a PIP class. For you to complete this successfully, you have is it 18, right? Intervention prevention program, 18-week class that you have to go to one time. This is a 15-week. I'm sorry, is it 8? It's 18, right? We can set your cases for trial. 18-week class that you have to go to one time a week for 8. You don't have to do this. Well, you can set your cases for trial if you don't want to do this. If you have that kind of attitude and you go into it,
have attitude, Judge.
Well,
is just,
look,
I mean, I understand.
If you have that kind of attitude
I messed
and
up.
you go into it,
I have attitude. I understand that, just but I mean, y'all really treat me like understand. I messed up. Getting in trouble. I messed up. It's no one's fault but mine. I understand that. I got a DUI and I ended up catching really criminal like court.
Did you think this was going to be rainbows and gumdrops?
I mean, I understand that. I got a DUI and I ended up catching another
criminal court. And here's the thing, though, Mr. Myers, rainbows and gumdrops. Is if you think it was bad here,
You know, it's just.
And here's the thing, that's what you're saying to me. What you need to understand, if you think it's bad is if you think it was bad, you get out there in the free world with even more conviction. That's what you're saying to me now. Life, if you think it's bad now, with the more convictions you get out there in the free world,
I hadn't been getting in trouble for
even more
past year.
I got that DUI. Life will only get more difficult with the more convictions that you get.
Since I hadn't been getting in trouble. So y'all treating me like the year. This constantly getting in trouble. I'm not trying to be rude. I have not been in trouble for it since then.
We treat you that you're constantly.
So y'all treating me like if I'm constantly getting in trouble for it.
Nathan,
I'm not trying to be rude. I'm really not.
How did we treat you in what way? We treat you that you're constantly.
I'm not telling y'all treating me in any way.
No, but Nathan,
the way you talk to me.
How did we treat you in what way?
I'm not telling y'all treating me in any ways. It's like all I did was I was young. I made a mistake. I was 20. I made a mistake. I was just drinking. A hardened criminal. Just a mistake. All I did was I was young. I made a mistake. I was 20.
You mean how I'm talking to you right now?
It was just a mistake.
I'm telling you what to expect.
And I understand that, but
you mean how I'm talking to you right now?
And I understand that.
And I'm telling you that you can't own a gun.
And I understand that, but
I'm telling you how it's going to ammunition.
And I understand that.
And I'm telling you that you pick up another assault like this, you're looking at 2 to 10 of the pen. You can't own any ammunition.
I didn't. No problem whatsoever.
If you pick up another assault like this, you're looking at 2 to 10. Not going to take your ring. If you're telling me you're not guilty, then we're not going to do it.
That's how this works. You're pleading guilty.
I'm not going to take your ring. If you're telling me you're not guilty, then we're not going to do it. This isn't like,
that's how this works. You're pleading guilty.
It's not a game, and I'm not gonna let you plead guilty if you're not guilty. No, if you're not guilty, this isn't like, let's try it. It's not a game. I'm not gonna let you plead guilty if you're not guilty. If you're not guilty, then let's try it.
At this point, I politely request that we
I'm not
reset this
taking a plea of
case, short
guilty if you're not
distance,
guilty.
have the client's
That's
appearance
it.
be required.
Well, hold on, no,
At
how
this
old
point,
is
I politely
The
request
case
that we
is
reset this
20,
case,
it's
short distance, have the client's
510
appearance be
days old.
required.
Well, hold on a second. How old is
We set the case
the
for
case is
trial
20, it's
today.
510
That's it.
days old?
And
No, I'm not here to play
we
games.
set the case for trial
If
today.
if you're either guilty
That's it.
or you're not guilty.
I'm
But
not
we
here to
don't
play
plead
games.
people guilty when they're
I'm-
not guilty. That's
If not a game that we
if
play.
you're either guilty
And understand,
or
the
you're
way
not
I
guilty.
talk to you
But
now
we don't plead people
is
guilty when
in
they're not guilty.
hopes
That's not a game that
you
we play
don't
here.
pick anything up in
And
the
understand,
future.
because
The way I talk to
I
you now
haven't.
is,
I'll
you
in
know how many
hopes
times I hear that you don't pick
I'm
anything
pretty sure
up
you
in
hear
the
it
future.
on an everyday
Because
basis. I'm
every-
sure you do.
Same.
But I'm the one
You
that
know
I
how
am
many
one of
times
those
I hear
persons
that?
means it.
I'm pretty
when
sure
he
you
says
hear
it.
it on an everyday basis.
I'm
You
sure
pick
you
up a
do.
case in
But
2020,
I'm the one that I
and now
am
you
one
pick
of
up a
those
case in
persons that
2023.
means it when he says it.
I'm gonna hit the pause button here.
You pick up a case in
What you're getting
2020,
upset about is
and now you
actually
pick
the
up a case
language
in
that the judge is
2023.
required to say. He's not admonishing you about anything special about your case. What you're getting upset about care anything about the language that the judge is required to say. He's not admonishing you about anything special. If you plead guilty to an assault from violence, he doesn't care anything about you. But what you're pleading guilty to, secondary to these offense,
I
is
understand.
if you plead guilty to an assault from violence, there's an affirmative punishment range of 2 to 10. If it's a strangulation, it's now 2 to 20 because it's automatically a third degree felony. Has nothing to do with you. Only has to do with 2 to 10. If it's a strangulation, it's now 2 to 20 because it's a second degree felony. If you plead guilty to DWI, automatic has nothing to do with what you're planning on doing. Only has second one is automatically the DWI is similar with a maximum punishment of a year in county or $4,000 fine. The second one is automatically with the facts of your case and your level of guilt with a maximum punishment of a year in county. At the same time, or $4,000. I don't like this conversation. That has nothing to do with the facts of your case and your level of guilt. It's just you go over here.
So
At the
if
same
you
time,
want to
I
continue
don't
on
like
the
this
DWI
conversation.
and
We're
flip the
walking
assault,
away.
we can do
And
that
we're
as
gonna
well.
have a later court date. So you go over here.
So
again, we're not doing any
If you
pleas.
want to continue on
At
the
your request, we'll
DWI
set the
and
case for
flip the
trial. I'd ask
assault,
for
we can
30
do that as
days. I'll
well.
have a conversation with
Totally.
Tim. With Tim, we're not doing any pleas. At your request, we'll set the case for trial. I'd ask for 30 days. I'll have a conversation with
Totally,
Tim.
it's not a big deal, but
And if he wants to get a plea,
we either set it today or we.
I'll just set it today because it'll be long enough that we can.
It's not a big deal, but
And there you have it.
That's the thing about courtiming and understanding are everything. Miss one, and the entire opportunity disappears. So, was this a smart tactical retreat or a costly mistake? I'll let you decide.
Not being ready can cost you everything. If you want more real courtroom moments like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. The right call. Until next time, your thoughts in the comments. This is Court Guy. If you want more real courtroom moments like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. Until next time, this is Court Guy signing off.